everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have a cute baby card using one of our sets from our mini catalog. I'm actually using multiple products here, but one of the sets that is called Welcome Easter, which you've seen me use quite a bit recently, is a perfect set to use for baby cards as well. So you can see here today I'm using the little lamb. Here is the cling set. There are the 3 big images, and any of these would be great for a baby. There is a sentiment in here to use for a baby card. I decided to go with a sentiment out of another bundle that is one of my favorites, so I'm using the So Sentimental bundle. This is our sentiment here, and then there's also dies that coordinate with this. We're also going to be using, here are the dies that go with that. I have a couple pulled out that we're using today. And then we're also going to use our layering squares as well as our stitched shapes. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's talk about our base. So I'm using Highland Heather today. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of Whisper White that is 4 by 5 1/4, and we are going to emboss that with our subtle embossing folder. So let's go ahead and bring in our die cutting machine to do that. I'm going to go ahead and lay that in there. Okay, let's run this through. That'll just give us enough texture for the front of the card to give it a little different feel. And then, as I mentioned, we're going to be using our layering squares. This is one of the scalloped sides. This is our largest stitched shape square. So let me switch platforms here. Okay. We are going to do the large scalloped square in our Highland Heather. I'm going to lay that down and we'll die cut that one as well. And I just like to roll those through a couple times. There is our large square. Now we're going to take a scrap of Whisper White with that largest stitched shapes square, and we're going to roll that through as well. Okay. And then we will be done with our die cutting machine. Get this out of our way there. Okay. All right. So now we can go ahead and kind of start to assemble here. So I'm going to give our base a nice burnish. I'm going to cut myself a piece of the gorgeous Grape ribbon. This is the mini striped ribbon as well. Hopefully that will be long enough. I think it's just long enough. So we are going to wrap this around the bottom lower half of our card, and then I do have some Scotch tape here. We're just going to use that to hold our ribbon in place. Okay, that looks good. Alright, we can lay this down. Let's get our adhesive. I'm going all the way around since it is an embossed piece. I don't want it to raise up. Okay, and then we can get to the fun part, the stamping. Oh, I forgot to die cut actually our little label. So I'll probably need to grab our Big Shot one more time. Let me set this apart. Okay, let's just do that one real quick. Somehow missed that. I must have had that sitting on the other side of the desk. We're going to cut that cute little label. That is from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And it's the perfect little fit for our sentiment. Alright, so now we can get to the stamping. So I'm going to use my Memento Tuxedo Black. We'll start with our sentiment here, and I'm just going to straighten that out, hopefully. Let me see. I think that's straight. And I might need to pull this a little bit closer. Perfect. Okay. Now we can ink up our cute little lamb. And we are going to stamp right in the center. Just give that a nice press to let that ink absorb. Gorgeous. Alright, now we can do our coloring. Okay, so for our coloring, I am using our Highland Heather combo pack. I have our light Flirty Flamingo and our light Smoky Slate. We are going to use the marker tip to do our little bow. And then I'm going to fit the light one in here. We're going to use the Flirty Flamingo on the nose. And I also put a little bit on the ear here. And then we're going to use our light Smoky Slate on the hooves, feet. Give that a little more color. There we go. Very quick coloring on him today. Alright, let's add some adhesive here. And let's add that to our scalloped square. Alright, and then we have our base here. I'm actually going to use some dimensionals on our lamb. I do apologize, guys. You might be hearing my dog. We're having very bad storms here and wind today, so he's a little bit anxious, and he's in my room with me. And I've given him a bone to keep him busy, so I apologize if you're hearing him crunch on that. Trying to get some work done and keep him behaved. So I put 5 dimensionals on that. We're just going to center that there. And then for the label, I'm actually just going to put that down flush, but with a strong adhesive. So you can use tear and tape, you can use your glue, or whatever strong adhesive you like. And we're going to put that right in the center there, just like that. So that completes our card for today. Isn't that cute? So as always, I thank you so much for watching. You can find a full supply list in the description of this video, and I look forward to being back with you guys real soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.